How are you?
I'm okay. Welcome to the UK.
Thank you.
Welcome to London. So, Damage Control is out in March and it's your 5th official solo release. But altogether you have more than 60 albums in your resume.
Yes.
So, what can we expect from this one?
Well, this one culminates, it kind of mixes the first 2 solo albums I did with Frontiers Records, but also kind of taps into 2 other very important bands in my career, which is Soul Circus and Talisman. And I kind of rounded up the best of what I felt those albums brought to the table. And that's kind of what Damage Control is a kind of a blend of.
Bit of going back to the origins then?
Yes, but also not repeating myself, which is also a very important thing for me. Once I start repeating myself, then I pretty much, it's just saying I have nothing left to say. So I'm hoping that people like the influences of all the different things that I have done, but I'm actually putting them out in a different way.
What do you expect in terms of reception? Did you get any feedback yet on the album?
The feedback so far has been great. There's only been literally 1 day of the official trailer, which has like little 2 or 3 second clips of the album, and just from that people were going crazy over it. And then there was I think there was a 1.5 minute leak or a clip that was released for the first single, and people are going crazy over that. So I never have expectations. My only expectation is that I hope that people will actually enjoy it as much as I enjoyed making it.
Tell us about the first single. Why did you pick that one up in particular, and what is it called?
Well, that one, I'm always horrible at that. If you gave me the choice to pick the first single, I'd say, well, just release all 14 at the same time. That's up to the label usually, and Frontiers Records chose what they felt was the strongest lead-up track, which is a song called Look Inside Your Heart. And that was co-written with one of the guitar players from the band Night Ranger, Joel Hoekstra is his name. And he gave me 2 songs on this album, and that was the first one that I actually heard and wrote with him. So I guess it was a strong enough lead-off track that they wanted that to be the first single, and we've also done a video for it that's going to be on the deluxe edition of Damage Control.
Do you feel it represents the album?
Absolutely. Everything on this album represents it, but when you remove any particular pieces of this album, and this is one of the reasons why there's a deluxe edition as well as a standard edition. The standard edition is based on what I was supposed to turn into Frontiers, which was 11 songs. But unfortunately, I had 14 that I was absolutely married to and I could not drop. As far as I'm concerned, when you take, if you take 1 or 2 of those songs out of the mix, it's like having a fragmented hard drive on your PC, and it just doesn't quite run the same anymore until you actually refrag it, or defrag it rather. The 14-song edition to me is the proper edition that needs to be heard, and I'm hoping that people will spend the extra quid or 2, whatever it costs, for the additional tracks and the bonus DVD as well, to actually listen to this album, because to me that's the director's cut, so to speak.
What else is on the DVD apart from the
There's 3 songs that we did videos for, and then there's an EPK on there that's basically, I think it's a 16-minute interview, it's just me talking about the album, the process of recording the album, and who's involved and why they were involved, blah blah blah. It's just a whole explanation of how the making of Damage Control came about.
Take us to the writing process and how this album got together.
Oh, it was a first time I've ever done this. First of all, I got so many people involved with the writing on it, but even more so, I got so many people in the recording process of it, because the album was recorded in 3 continents. It was recorded in North America, South America, and in Europe. And in order to get everybody that I wanted to get on the album, first of all, to get the writers on there, they're all from different places around the world. So I had to get different musicians from around the world to kind of piece the puzzle together. The cool part about producing this particular album is I got to kind of be a casting agent, the same way an agent that casts actors for a particular movie or for a role. Everybody is chosen for certain talents and what they have to offer on certain songs, and it was really cool to say, I think this person would be great on that one, and that one would be great on that one, and I was just kind of mixing and matching, and it came out perfection. It was exactly how I thought how I thought I heard it in my head and how I saw these people actually work on each tracks. But it also meant I have 24 different people on the album, on different varieties and different songs and different castings together. So it's a first for me, and it made it a little more difficult, but in the end I'm happy with the process and how I...
Did you have any difficult moment with 24 people working together on an album?
It went more smoothly than some albums that I've actually only worked with 4 people on the album. It was amazing.
And you picked which one of them?
Absolutely, yeah.
Did anyone say no?
No. there were some that said I can't do it tomorrow, but I can do it next week, and that's the closest to no I got.
So these guest appearances on the album, do you want to mention a few more?
Yeah, I have Dave Menichetti from Y&T gave me a solo on the song Bonafide, and it was a proud moment for me to work with somebody who I considered a musical hero since I was in high school. Actually, I've been a huge Y&T fan, and I still am. And those guys have become like brothers to me, they're like an extended family to me. So to get Dave Menichetti on one of my songs, it's a dream come true for me, actually. There's another musician that I'm really looking forward to working with as soon as I met him and got accustomed to their music. It's a band called Camelot. Their drummer, Casey Grillo, is a fantastic drummer, one of my favorite drummers out there right now, and I was excited to get him on this once he offered his talents and said he'd love to work with me as well. I got my brother Joey. I haven't worked with my brother in over 2 decades now, and he was always my drummer in every band that I was in growing up. So to actually finally have him on an album with me is also very thrilling. And the list goes on. The EPK will detail a lot more information about this, but so basically you have to buy the album to hear and see.
Okay. So are you gonna tour with this album?
Absolutely.
Are you gonna touch Europe and the UK?
I'm planning on an extensive tour in the UK and obviously the rest of Europe. I want to take it to South America as I normally do when I release a new album, and I'm hoping to actually get it to North America. I don't really do any touring on my own country, my own home soil. Most of my stuff has been either only on sale or popular overseas, and so my home turf has always been a bit negligent of my career. And it's a shame, it's a pity, but the numbers are growing and the interest is growing, so I'm hoping to take it to the States.
Do you think with all the new media actually being a big part of music business right now, that could help you find your place in the States as well?
It could. It hasn't really yet, and this new media, the medium of selling music and promoting music has been around for a while. And I'm hoping it's just a matter of the material, that maybe my career, my awareness is known so much now that now this album will actually be given a little more attention than some of my past things.